The survey that was conducted from the 6th to the 9th of December, barely 2 days after the rush to beat the political pact's deadlines, which saw the busiest day for politicians in this year's calendar. As if the politicians had a rehearsed stand, not to mention their presidential flag bearer. It's not a surprise that no political alliance has a non-presidential candidate yet. The research by CPS International unraveled the puzzle, and in the Jubilee alliance, Uhuru is the well-suited presidential candidate, while Raila is the man to watch in the Code alliance.
80.44% were of the view that Uhuru should be the flag bearer of that coalition. Then at least a percentage of 12.2 were of the view that Musalia should be the flag bearer of that coalition. When we look at now the Code coalition, the majority believe Raila is the best person to be the flag bearer of the Code coalition. That is at 68.5%.
Kenyans have not highly identified with the other alliances, reveals the research.
Quite a big number of more than 60% are not aware about that coalition.
In popularity index, Uhuru versus Raila, Uhuru will not need a runoff to beat his long-term rival. In the scenario that Mudavadi is the presidential candidate for Jubilee, he will lose to Raila, though things will be different given a runoff.
But this case, we're also factoring that Mudavadi is still a member of that coalition. And now versus now Raila and Kalonzo, Uhuru has a lead of 52.2 in terms of popularity. Then we have Raila at 39.1. Then we also looked at other scenarios like Raila versus Mudavadi is the head of Code coalition. So obviously this would necessitate a runoff now. That is now because none can get 50+1. So in this case, when we have Raila, the flag bearer, and Mudavadi, the flag bearer, in the case of a runoff, they almost tie because Mudavadi has 45.2 and then Raila has 44.1.
Interestingly, in the research findings, Kalonzo Musyoka will beat Mudavadi in both rounds.
And this is primarily because there are situations whereby people like Kalonzo have been people, they have warmed up to central people for a while. But now when they were edged out of the G7 alliance, there's a likelihood that they can be able to reignite the feelings among central people to vote for them.
Other issues such as voter registration, cohesiveness of pre-election coalitions, zoning of the voting areas, and final choice of flag bearers are likely to inject a significant change to these findings. Violet Makendo, GBS News.